Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. We're doing a league reward stream today. This one's a viewership drop reward from the CDL Major, specifically the CDL Major 4. Obviously, the Major 4 has now officially ended, and if you didn't watch live, there is no other way or second chance at the moment to unlock this blueprint, so you've sort of already missed out on it. But yeah, we're going to be checking it out today and seeing the rewards. Major 5 will be kicking off sooner or later, so new rewards will be coming soon. So even though you missed this one, there is potential for new rewards coming. And you never know, maybe in the future they will do a second chance with some of these major blueprints, major viewership rewarded blueprints. Although in the past, not as many second chances and limited, and some of them not at all. So who knows? It always kind of irritates me that they don't do more second chances with some of these rewards. It was one of my complaints a while ago that they should do more second chances so people can get a chance to get some of this stuff. But unfortunately, no, if you didn't watch it live, you wouldn't have gotten this one. This is the viewership reward for Major for Finals Day. You needed to watch for an hour. And should you have linked your either YouTube or Twitch account, this was one of the first times for the viewership drops that you could watch it on either YouTube or Twitch and still earn your drops. So it wasn't locked to a specific streaming site. But you did need to have your accounts linked up, your YouTube and your Activision account or your Twitch and Activision account, and watch there to earn the drops for a allotted amount of time. And you would have got yourself the X12 Oil Slick blueprint. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now, I'm just going to give you a heads up. There is something buggy about this preview animation. Yeah, it's something to do with the not the blueprint. It's the X12 weapon in the game at the moment, where the texture, I guess, or the color and texture is not rendered into the preview at all, and this is affecting not only the base weapon but also the blueprints. We'll play the preview animation and get a closer look, but yeah, just be aware this overly bright look to it is not actually the blueprint. It's just some bug that's going on with the game. I hope the weapon loads in properly in game. I presume it will. But yeah, I think this happened actually this season, and no one's called them out on it, I guess, because no one's noticed. Oh, there we go. That's a nice. You got one peek at it that looked okay. Otherwise, it's looking messed up. And this is happening with even the base weapon of the X12. And it seems like it might be the X12. I just checked a couple of other weapons, not a lot of them. And everything else is loading in fine. It's just for sure the X12. I don't know if there's some other weapons that are also having this issue. But yeah. Preview is janky, to say the least. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. This is what it looks more realistically, and I'm guessing what it'll look like in game also. Anyway, this blueprint isn't pro-tuned or anything like that, so no tune into it. But there are 4 attachments, 1 missing, so you can add one if you want to add something to it. Let's go ahead and check what we get in with it. You get the DZS Open Comp, which is a horizontal recoil control, vertical recoil control at the cost of aim down sight speed and aiming stability. The XRK Sidewinder 6 Slide, which is a recoil control, bullet velocity at the cost of movement speed and aim down sight speed. The Cronin Mini Pro precision sight picture at the cost of aim down sight speed. And then the Cronin Lima 6 grip, which is the pistol fast draw sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed at the cost of our recoil control. So yeah, those are the attachments you get with it. A little heavy on recoil control and hits the ADS speeds kind of all over. But it makes up, I guess, with the grip. And the ADS speed should still be pretty fast considering it's a pistol. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, I guess. Let's go ahead and change some attachments and check out what happens to the blueprint once we remove or change things around. This is the unfortunate portion. You change the barrel, you'll definitely lose out a chunkier portion of the blueprint. Different lasers. What's up, Slayer? Optics. I'll just throw on the stock so you can see how it looks. The preview doesn't show it properly. Magazine attachments. The ammunition won't change anything visually. And then the trigger. So that's the blueprint, the way you get it, and if you decide to change around attachments, how it'll look. Now, let's go ahead and check out the camos. Again, unfortunately, the preview with the camos has got the same issue as previewing the weapon. Again, this is not something to do with the blueprint. It has more to do with the texture of the X12 weapon itself. For some reason, I think Season 3, something messed this up, so you can't see it properly. But it looks to have some pretty interesting coverage. Definitely keen on seeing how this stuff looks in game. Where the, well, I guess, you know what we can do? Here, let's do one thing. All right. So that's Orion. Can I see polyatomic? Since the previous are bad, dude. Oh, okay. Let's see some of the base camos, maybe. It's definitely something unique about the camo coverage that you can mess around with it and do some fun stuff. Oh, that looks really good. The solid color. Interesting. So yeah, that's the blueprint with the different camos that you could apply. And it looks like it has some pretty good camo coverage. Again, the preview is bugged out and it's the game issue, it's not the blueprint. Let's go ahead and jump in and play some games and try it out. Yeah, Major 4 was pretty good. That's pretty damn good. I actually had a really good run with my pick'ems. I got a personal best with my pick'em score. Those of you who don't know, like if you go to like this CDL website, they have this little thing every major where you can pick who's gonna win the games and stuff, and then the major, and you get scored based on the decisions you make on the score of the matches and who wins and all that. I had a pretty good run, basically. No, we're not playing this. Too far gone, too far gone. But I do have some thoughts behind the pick'em stuff, which I will save for the end. Those of you watching the stream live, in the archives, there'll be timestamps in the description. Obviously, live, you'll have to wait for the end for my little thoughts about the Pick'ems thing with the CDL. The gist of it is, I feel like right now it's only rewarding people regionally in the US. Like, so there's very little reason to participate in it on a global level as someone who lives outside the US. I think they need to think about doing stuff a little more globally with it. And I have some ideas around that. But yeah, save it for the end. Chit chat about that at the end. Hopefully we can get some good gameplay and then we'll talk about that nonsense.
Hard point.
Yeah, looking good in the game.
Secure the target area to win. Target area confirmed. Get to the hard point.
Throwing grenade!
We've taken the lead. Enemy personnel at the hard point.
Incoming! Shit, bad guys! Grenade!
Enemies inside the perimeter.
I'm reloading!
Wait.
Hard point compromised. Secure the cold-blooded online. Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Enemies inside the perimeter. Location updated. Capture the hard point.
Shit.
Throwing dynamite! Throwing grenade!
Hard point relocating. Stand by. Enemy
Hey,
personnel at the
come
hard
on.
point.
Dude, the game's
Hard point relocated.
lagging.
Secure the target area.
I'm reloading!
Like, you can see me skipping a little bit.
Hard point compromised. Secure
This
the
has been
area.
happening for a while now. Like, the servers are so bad. This game's unplayable, honestly, at the moment. Yeah, see, like, you can see the movement speed is
Hostile UAV in the area.
not correct.
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
This was happening in, like, League games that I was playing.
Locating the next hard point. Get ready.
And I guess it's happening also in this.
Enemy personnel at the hard point.
Changing mags!
Target area updated.
And this is not my connection. This is 100%.
Ghost online.
Shit, bad guys!
Hostile cluster mine active.
100% the game. Servers.
Enemy UAV active.
I'm reloading!
Hard point compromised. Secure the area.
Changing mag.
See, like, it's not smooth the way, like, the movement is. It just keeps on jerking forward.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
That could have been bad.
Location updated. Capture the hardpoint. Hostile cluster mine deployed.
Incoming!
Enemy UAV overhead.
How is this game, like, dude, this has been going on for a while now too, man, this kind of connection
Enemy
problem.
personnel at the hardpoint.
Changing mags! Taking effective fire!
Inside the perimeter. Enemy personnel at the hardpoint. Locating the next hardpoint. Get ready. Hostile UAV in the area.
Yeah, this game is a mess right now. It is legitimately unplayable.
Frag out! Reloading!
Enemies inside the perimeter.
See, it keeps on getting these like bursts, like of lag, like packet bursts or whatever.
Changing mags! Sniper's down!
Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. You're halfway to mission complete. Stage hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Last mag!
Hostile SAE near your position. Enemies inside the perimeter.
Ammo here!
Yeah, this is the reason I have not been playing ranked mode either, because the connections have been like this in ranked mode. Also,
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Standing by.
1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Copy. UAV is on. Enemy personnel at the hardpoint. Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
how does this game get away with connections this bad for so long?
I am with you.
Location updated. Capture the hardpoint.
Changing mag.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
We've lost the lead. Enemy personnel at the hardpoint.
Taking effective fire!
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Watch your fire! Reloading!
Enemies inside the perimeter. The lead is ours. Locating the next hardpoint. Get ready. Enemy personnel at the hardpoint.
Changing mags!
The enemy's taken the lead. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Frag out!
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Enemy sighted!
What is causing this lag too? I don't understand.
Incoming!
by.
I'm reloading! Reloading!
Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
Changing max!
Enemy personnel at the hard point.
Throwing grenade!
Hard point compromised. Secure the UAV ready to deploy. Friendly UAV online.
Got the sniper! 1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Locate the next hard point. Get ready.
Reloading!
We've lost the lead. Location updated. Capture the hard point. One minute left. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemies inside the perimeter. Enemy personnel at the hard point. UAV ready for tasking. The lead is ours.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Hostile counter UAV overhead. Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Enemies inside the perimeter. Beam ready for tasking.
Fading here.
Hardpoint relocating. Secure the target area.
Nah, I tried to get out. Because I was out of ammo. What the fuck? I got the VTOL. Why isn't the... Why am I not getting a ping?
You're cleared hot.
The counter?
Longbow 3-1 on station. Go for tasking.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
Longbow 3-1. Target acquired. Strike inbound. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Hostile UAV in the area. The enemy's taken the lead. Hostile cluster mine detected. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. Enemies inside the perimeter. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
Get on the hot point, man.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Reloading.
Friendly UAV on station.
Dropped them.
Friendly UAV online. Enemies inside the perimeter.
Changing max.
10 seconds remaining. UAV standing by.
1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Changing map.
Longbow 3-1 flying out.
I'm on your
Enemy personnel at the hard point. Locating the next hard point. Get ready.
UAV is bingo fuel.
We've taken the lead. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Mission complete. Solid work.
Connection was doo-doo, but... God, like I played day before yesterday on rank mode, and the connections were this bad, right? Like for about like 60 to 70% of the games, it's like this bad, like where you're just skipping, and it's the game. It's 100% on my internet connection, right? Because I was playing other games that were playing fine enough, right? This has got to be some server side brokenness. I know they mentioned it, but I thought it was like specific to Warzone. And then when I played like day before yesterday and this was happening, I was like, oh my god, dude, this is pretty bad. Anyway, I'm sure a few of the games will play out alright.
Domination.
See, this is like
Capture
smooth
and
now.
secure
It's
the
not.
objectives.
Oh, it's happening again.
Covering your six.
Yep,
taking
it's
Alpha.
happening again, alright.
We control Alpha. We are taking Bravo. Enemy is securing Bravo. The enemy took Bravo. Securing Charlie. Charlie secure. We are losing Charlie. Securing objective Bravo. Cold-blooded online. The enemy took Charlie. Bravo secure.
Enemy! I got your back.
Enemy is securing Alpha.
Hey.
We have the lead. We control 2 objectives. Securing objective Charlie. We are losing Bravo.
Dude, this fucking packet burst thing is throwing me off quite a lot, dude, in this one.
Shit. We have lost Bravo. We control Charlie.
Got your back.
Enemy is taking Alpha. Secure Bravo. Hostile VTOL in this sector. We are losing Alpha.
Tornado!
The enemy took Alpha. Enemy is taking
Gun reloading.
Bravo. Objective Bravo secure. Securing objective Alpha. Enemy is taking Bravo. We are taking Charlie. We have lost all objectives. Failure is not enough. Securing objective Charlie.
Blood for blood. Changing back.
Ghost online.
It's so laggy, dude. Fuck this game, dude. It is trash.
We are taking Bravo. all Bravo. Friendly UAV on station. Securing objective Alpha. Alpha secure. Objective Bravo is compromised. Take it back. Enemy is taking Alpha. We are taking Charlie. Securing Charlie.
He saw me before I even.
Objective Charlie secure. Objective
Oh, he
Alpha
heard.
is compromised. Take it back.
Reloading. Taking effective fire.
Tornado! Push them back. Securing objective Bravo. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Move to secure. Secure Bravo. Friendly care package in the AO.
Dude, it's fucking this game's connection. It's lagging so much, man. What the fuck? How is this game? This is not my connection. This is not my connection, dude.
Enemy here! Wounded enemy!
Securing objective Bravo.
Tornado! Taking fire. Loading. Reloading.
UAV standing
Blood
by.
for blood.
We are taking
Requesting
Alpha.
recon flyover.
Copy. UAV orbit.
Enemy is securing Bravo. Control all objectives.
Snipers down.
Maintain the perimeter. Enemy is taking Bravo. Enemy is securing Charlie. Precision airstrike ready for task. We are losing Bravo. Objective Charlie is compromised. Enemy is securing Alpha.
UAV is being.
We are taking Bravo. We
Changing
are
back.
losing Alpha.
No hits on that round.
Throwing grenade.
Secure Bravo.
Tornado.
Enemy is securing Alpha. Enemy is
Contact.
captured all
Reloading.
objectives. Securing Alpha.
I got your 6!
Vehicle ready for tasking. Objective Alpha secure.
Copy. Phoenix 2-3 is on station. Ready for tasking.
Enemy is taking Alpha. The enemy holds all objectives. We are taking Charlie.
With you till the end.
Control Charlie. We are taking Alpha.
Loading.
Alpha secure. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Securing objective Bravo. Secure Bravo. We are taking Alpha.
I got your back!
We have secured 2 objectives. taking Bravo. H-23 flying outbound on supply. Getting hit hard. Securing objective Bravo.
Watch your fire!
Oprezno, hostile VTOL overhead. Hostiles launched a cruise missile. Secure Bravo. We hold all objectives. Keep them secure. Enemy is securing Bravo. Enemy to Bravo.
Changing back!
We are taking Bravo. Enemy is taking Charlie.
Loading!
All objectives secure. Counterattack. We are losing Bravo. We have lost Charlie.
Ah, we lost, unfortunately.
Objective Bravo.
Is this happening for you also? Is this happening for you also, Slayer? Is this like, dude? Like I don't know. If, like, I'm guessing it's happening across the board because I've heard of the reports, but this is like real bad, dude. And this was happening the other day also on like ranked mode, where like the connection is just like this, like 70% of the games. And I wasn't even streaming then, nothing, dude. Like, I just presumed it was. It's happening for you also? Fuck, man. I'm just not gonna play this game after this long patch until they fix this shit. No point in playing it. Broke ass game, dude. I'm gonna go polyatomic. I mean, there's like zero reason to even like preview this, but there's no point in playing the nighttime map and trying to showcase polyatomic. But you're still facing the lag, right, Slayer? Like, I'm guessing it's the game server side issue. It's not our connection or anything, right? God, man, I was like thinking I'd grind out ranked mode and all today. But yeah, that's not happening. I'm not gonna put up with this.
Domination. Hunter 1, control the objectives.
Looks interesting. Camo coverage is definitely cool.
The enemy controls 2 objectives. Assault their positions.
Yep. This one's also.
Hostile UAV.
Fire!
I'm gonna just leave this one. We'll find a full game that we can play. Okay. Thanks for the heads up, man, Slayer. I was just, like a little worried. I was gonna call my like network provider and be like, "Yo, what's going on?" But really, no point. I just won't play the game. We'll play other stuff for till they fix this. I mean, I'll finish this stream obviously, but tomorrow, day after, we'll play other stuff. Dude, someone was talking about the AI causing this issue, like the server issues and all. Like, dude, there's no AI in 6v6. This is some server side garbage.
Team deathmatch. All hunters destroy all threats.
Yeah, Camo Coverage is really cool on this blueprint. Oh, I thought teammate got him.
Taking effective
What
fire.
on earth, man?
Changing mag.
Yep, it's happening on this also. Skip. At first I thought this was a rank mode problem also, man. I was like, oh man, rank's chalked. They're not gonna fix it. In fact, this is happening in pubs. It's extremely surprising.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Reloading.
Cold-blooded online.
Go.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
Changing mag.
I'll fucking take it on, dude. Little shit.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Enemy in the area.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I need ammo.
Grenade out.
Hostile UAV active.
Jeez.
Changing mag. Grenade.
Friendly
No.
UAV online. Hostile UAV overhead.
Go.
Friendly UAV on station.
We've lost half the field. Fight.
Hostile VTOL incoming. Friendly UAV online. Hostile care package in this sector.
Why are people still playing this game? I don't understand, man. No, dude. When the connection's this bad.
Blood for blood.
stupid ass.
Target sighted! Drop gun!
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Throwing grenade! Reloading!
Friendly UAV online.
Throwing grenade!
What the
Our
fuck? Some
UAV
random.
is orbiting the area.
Oh yeah, yeah, obviously, but that's the experience, isn't it? That's the.
Grenade out!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Drop!
Friendly UAV. Hostile UAV in this sector.
Loading! Taking fire!
Friendly care package inbound.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Protect!
Jesus, are you fucking kidding me, man?
Friendly cluster mindset. Hostile UAV active.
Switching mag! Режи, брат!
Hostile SAE near your position. Hostile UAV in this sector.
Like, if the servers are bad, then the online's not playable.
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
We're losing ground.
Target spotted!
Reloading! Changing mag!
Mission compromised. We're done.
So yeah, that was the Oil Slick blueprint, the way you get it, and with camo. No adjustment to the build. Good God, can this thing even load? So now we're going to try out the blueprint, but this time we're going to throw on the attachments that I used for the X12 when I was grinding out camos. This is my camo grind build. I used the Cronin Mini Pro, Cronin Lima 6 rear grip, 24 round mags, XRK lightning fire, and the Forge DX90F muzzle attachment. I say this all the time, but I just never bother changing it. But I feel like maybe this one is not required when you're using this as a primary. Even though having a boost to aim down sights and sprint to fire speed is a good thing, I feel like the gun doesn't need it because it's a pistol, so it already has a boost to that, but whatever. Let's throw in a camo, just to clean up the barrel a little bit. Put silver on. Yeah, it looks good. Let's do that. Why did the game do this double XP thing during this broken time? No one's gonna want to play the game, and they're even doing the free weekend too while the servers are this bad. Who's gonna like buy this game and be like, oh yeah, that was a good experience. That was a really good experience, man. Completely broken servers for the entirety of the like weekend. Camo coverage on this blueprint's really cool. It is. Like, I like it.
Team deathmatch. Strasser 1, you are clear to engage all threats.
Ah! And this one's a nada, dude. It's like a loser, dude. Fucking drop shotting every fucking chance she gets. Fucking pathetic, dude. Like a legitimate loser, dude.
Changing mag.
Friendly UAV online.
Target in it.
Hostile UAV active.
Loading. Throw a grenade. Краще, брат. Drop. Changing mag.
UAV ready for tasking. Go.
Fucking trash, man.
Requesting recon flyover.
At least this game's not skipping.
UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online.
Grenade.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Sniper's down.
Hostile UAV active. Be advised, UAV is exiting the
No.
UAV on station.
Enemy in the area.
No.
Contact.
Ah.
We've lost half the field. Fight back.
Throw a grenade. Reloading.
UAV ready to deploy.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV is on station. Hostile UAV overhead.
Fuck. I thought I could get the made out.
Throwing grenade! Changing max!
UAV is being refueled. RTB at this time.
Grenade out.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
Loading.
Track sighted!
Hostile UAV overhead. Hostile SAE incoming.
Changing mag. Throw a grenade.
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Fucking loser, man. With your drop shots.
Tossing a fry!
Losing ground.
Grenade out. Missed me. Loading.
Trash.
Hostile UAV active. Mission compromised. We are defeated.
Dude, you gotta be the biggest fucking loser diving around the way she is in the fucking 6v6 like pubs. It's fucking pathetic, dude. It is legitimately the most pathetic thing I've seen. Well, not the most pathetic. I think the most pathetic thing I've seen has to be the pros. I'm not joking, dude. Because when you watch the CDL and you see the silhouettes of the team, like enemies, right? Like when you're watching the players' perspectives and all while they're like cycling through the cameras and the CDL things, and you're watching the pros snaking. It is the stupidest shit you'll ever see, dude. Like, when you see someone doing the snake, like the way they do it in the pro level, it is the most pathetic thing you can see in the game. Like, legitimately, these pros should be ashamed of themselves, how pathetic they look when they're doing that stuff. It's just so bad, dude. Like, I wouldn't mind snaking so much if the player fully lied down and then had to stand back up. But because of the way they do it, it just looks so janky and pathetic, dude. And honestly, it's like the developers, like Modern Warfare developers should be the ones fixing that trash. But yeah, it looks so bad. And like, it's like, why do you even do this? Why are you playing the game like this? It's pathetic. Anyway, this was my build. The X12 with the Oil Slick blueprint. Yeah. Drop shotting is like whatever. It's not that bad, honestly. Drop shotting is understandable. But yeah, the mount she was doing it, I was like, God damn, dude. Don't need to do it this much. It's kind of getting pathetic when you do it that much. All right, now we're gonna do a guest build. And today's guest is Optic Shotzzy or Shotzzy. Yeah, this is his pro class troll build. That's how I'm going to put it. Shotzzy's been killing it on YouTube and Twitch. Highly, highly recommend you go check him out. Like, he's obviously a pro player, one of the best players in the game as far as movement goes. Like, he just takes the movement to the game to the next level. And I'll tell you one thing. I have a problem with, like I was talking about earlier, I have a problem with snaking. Right? It looks so janky and pathetic. But if you watch Shotzzy's movement, okay, there's nothing pathetic about it. It looks so fluid and smooth. And even though he's taking advantage of like gimmicky stuff in the game, like he'll be diving off and just clipping a certain thing so you can get up quicker, you know, and stuff like just really, and then like bouncing out of the water, like just shooting out and just immediately standing up because of the way he's clipping through things just right, you know, with his movement. That looks clean and fluid. That looks like a pro player, like movement level, like thing. When you see the silhouettes of these pro players like snaking and stuff, that doesn't look legit. That doesn't look like anything normal. That just looks janky and trash. Like I said, I wouldn't have problems with snaking as much if it was done where the animation at least looked normal, where they're lying down fully and then getting up and it's a little slower and stuff like that. But yeah, Shotzzy's movement on the other hand, that looks fluid and clean and just next level. And yeah, he has been really doing a lot of like amazing content, not only on Twitch, but his YouTube content. And I'll be linking his channel in the description. I don't have any connection to Optic or Shotzzy, or I don't know him personally, nothing like that. Just like the content, like his CDL gaming style and all his rank mode matches that he showcases on his YouTube channel and all. And this was a build that he used when he decided to go pistols only against a 4-stack team. Like, he was also teamed up with a 4-stack. But yeah, a 4-stack top 250 team that was on a purple winning streak. Like, they had the purple flames and all that. And they were all top 250, like they're all top 250 on the rank mode. And Shotzzy, Octane from Los Angeles Thieves, Skies from New York Subliners, and this guy called Gravity that I'm not super familiar with, but I think he's in the Challengers scene. I'm not 100% certain. those four were like teamed up together, and they decide to go pistols only against this top 250 team in ranked mode, and yeah, they just absolutely trolled that team, destroyed. It was so funny. So this is the pistol build that he used. Again, it is a rank mode build, so you can use this in rank mode. He used the XRK Luke 9 barrel, the XRK TR9 trigger, and the XRK field grip. The one major change that he did from what looked like his normal pistol setup to what he's using for the troll build was the trigger. I think he was using the lightning fire trigger for ranked mode. At least ranked mode. I don't know. I don't think that'll be, I don't know if that's what he uses in, I don't think that's what he uses in the pro matches. I'm not sure. I think the lightning fire trigger is not allowed in pro, but in ranked mode it is kind of like usable. But it's G8 in the pro circuit, I think. I'm not 100% certain. But yeah, he switched up from the triggers to this TR9 trigger and went pistol only with Octane from, like I said. And the cool thing about this video, it's one of his videos in his YouTube channel. The cool thing is like the three players from like the pro team, Skies from New York, Octane from LA, and Shotzzy from Optic. These were the top 4 teams in this Major 4 finals day. And the only person, like only team missing from this team was like a FaZe member, which was in the top 4 also. But yeah, just thought it was like funny that this was a video and like this was like the thing. Oh God. Anyway, we'll play it, whatever. Yeah. What's up, Modder? Like obviously, he wasn't using a riot shield either. I'm using the riot shield because I'm not a pro player. This is too far.
Hard point.
I'm not doing this. Like, good teammates are not even on the hard point. Forget that. It wasn't too far gone, but I didn't want to. Like the fact that it was 0, I was like, dude, no, forget it. We'll find a good one. But yeah, I'll link Shotzzy's channel in the description. Definitely recommend. He's been killing it. Like his videos, like he's got all these troll videos where he's trolling in ranked mode or just pub stomping kind of in ranked mode. And he's been killing it on Twitch also. He's just a really entertaining character. And I think, oh God, this is the same trash, isn't it? Dude, they shouldn't have put this nighttime map on quick play, honestly. I don't think they should have. So yeah, I do recommend his channel. Again, link will be in the description if you guys want to check him out. I'll talk about the finals if I can remember at the end of the stream. I want to talk about mainly the Pick'em thing idea that I have, but if I remember, I'll also talk about the finals. I mean the major. My thoughts behind it. What the fuck is this, man? Why are we getting all these trash ass? That's also dead. Like the game's almost done. Timestamps, boys. Timestamps. Let's skip to the gameplay if you want. Once the stream goes into the archives. Oh, let's throw a camo on Shotzzy's build, I guess. So you can see what it looks like. Kind of want to throw blue on because, or go green for optic. Right. Fuck, this game won't load the blueprint in now. I thought blue actually looked better visually, but It's too late, whatever. We'll see how the green looks.
Team deathmatch. Hunter 1, you
Oh
clear to
god, this is
engage.
also skipping.
Contact! Changing mag! Loading! Throw a grenade!
God, the skipping wasn't happening.
Grenade out!
Might actually.
The enemy has the lead.
Hey, what are you doing? God damn, that guy just like popped out.
Grenade! Wolf!
Hostile UAV in the sector.
Jeez, this is unplayable. So it's so laggy.
Watch your fire!
Hostile counter UAV overhead. UAV standby.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO.
Wasn't gonna let that slide.
Grenade out! Changing mag! Enemy contact! Reloading!
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO. Hostile UAV overhead.
Enemy's gaining ground. Push it back.
Blood for blood.
The fire rate's off also because of the lag.
Grenade out! Grenade out! Enemy soldier here!
Reloading.
Friendly UAV online.
Grenade out!
Friendly UAV on station.
Good God.
I'm with you.
No way, I was behind him.
Contact.
Hostile UAV active.
Grenade out! Throw a grenade!
Jeez, the connection's so bad. Teammate, just fucking move, man. What are you doing?
Grenade out! Throw a grenade!
We're getting hit hard.
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Whoa.
Changing mag.
Lucky that. What the shit, man? Why you play like this, man? Trash.
Grenade out!
God, this game is so bad, dude. How is anyone playing this game? It is trash. These connections are unplayable. 1 out of 5 games has been smooth. Everything else has been this janky connection. I mean, I don't even know what to say about Shotzzy's build because the connection was so fucking bad. I don't know whether it was good or bad, honestly. How would I know, man? Like, I was warping around and getting killed when I was, like, behind enemies or something, man. Holy crap, man. Yeah, this game's, like, I'm not gonna play it after today until they fix this trash. This is the last. I'm just not grinding the game, like, in this state. Alright, for this last build, we're just doing like a cheese ball build. I just threw on some nonsense on it to make it look weird. Got the sidewinder, we're keeping it so like the blueprint looks similar. Cronin Mini Pro. We've thrown on the pistol stock, thrown on the F-Tac grip and the 33 round mag just for the hell of it. Let's throw on. Yeah, let's do gold. You know, I kind of want to do blue. Let's see what blue looks like. Yeah, that looks kind of interesting. Let's do that. It's like a cursed kind of build or whatever. Just visually cursed. Something. But the game seems to be more cursed than the build, considering how trash the connections are. Yeah, I'll link Shotzzy's channel in the description. I do recommend you guys check him out, though.
Team deathmatch.
Too far gone.
Destroy the enemy. We've secured the lead. The enemy has the lead.
down.
Cold-blooded activated. Friendly UAV online.
Reloading.
UAV in this sector. UAV ready for tasking.
Moving here.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO.
Sniper's down. Loading. Changing mag.
UAV is being...
Hostile VTOL in this sector.
Enemy down! Changing
Hostile
mag!
cruise missile incoming.
Alright, why do I reload, man? I don't need to reload with this gun.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Ah,
Ghost activated.
Changing mag.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
Loading.
Friendly UAV.
Taking effective fire.
fucking hell, man, teammate. What? I should have put the lightning trigger on this.
The enemy is gaining
I
ground.
definitely
Push
should
them
have put the lightning trigger on this.
Friendly UAV online. Hostile UAV active.
I got your six! Subject out! Flash out! Enemy here!
I'm with you. Changing mag.
Reloading!
What's your back? Blood for blood.
That didn't particularly go well, but it worked out, I guess.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Go. Loading.
Oh, that was bad.
Friendly UAV on station.
flyover.
Oi!
Hostile UAV active. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Changing.
Crap. This build's garbage, dude. Like, I should have put the lightning fire trigger on. It's not good. It's usable. I'm just not using it right, I guess. But.
Friendly counter UAV on station. Friendly UAV online.
Throw a grenade! Grenade out! Changing my...
Friendly UAV on station.
Taking fire! Grenade!
We're getting hit hard. Mission failed.
Oh, no. It keeps going up and down, though. And it's very slow progress. What's up, Super? How you doing, man? So yeah, that was like a little cursed build. It's heavy on the recoil control. I went heavy on the recoil control. But yeah, I think the better choice would have been the lightning fire trigger. With this, with the build, but just a slightly faster fire rate would have helped a ton. It would have helped a ton. Otherwise it was okay, I guess. It wasn't like great, but wasn't horrible. It was usable. But if I had a slightly faster fire rate, I think I would have got a little more kills. Yeah, brilliant game. It's so broken. Melting, wait, no. Oil Slick X12 blueprint. I'm not going to stay on that preview animation too long because it's just so busted. Yeah, blueprint from Major Force viewership drops. You could have got it either from YouTube or Twitch, whichever was your preferred streaming site to watch the CDL. This Major, they had it on both. And as long as your accounts were linked to whichever you were watching, you could have earned yourself this blueprint on the finals day. for 1 hour's worth of watch time while it was live. Unfortunately, I don't know if there will be a second chance. Unlikely, but possible that there might be a second chance with the blueprint. It comes with the DZS Open Comp, XRK Sidewinder barrel, Cronin Mini Pro, and the Cronin Lima 6 rear grip. It's actually a pretty decent blueprint. It functions great, plays well, and has really good coverage. Unfortunately, the game is so broken at the moment. It's hard to tell whether it was because the game was broken that the build was good, or if, the build was good. It's just the game is bugged. Servers are trash. The preview animation for the gun is broken. Yeah. What to do? This is COD for you. And mind you, this has been going on for a while, and I think it's only been getting worse and worse every time. Literally 2 out of the, how many games did I play? 6 games? 2 out of the 6 games completely busted. Like, unplayable lag. Like, it was so broken. Yeah, if this was animated, it'd be pretty cool. But the nice thing about it, Super, is the camo coverage. So even though it's not animated, the camo coverage is still pretty good. Yeah, I'll show you. This is not the camo coverage. The preview is just broken. Like, so look at it looks so good. That looks so good with the solid colors, the blue bleeding in now. Mastery camos are okay, but still like interesting coverage. So yeah, camo coverage is actually pretty cool on this one. So yeah, you can sort of make it animated if you throw on like one of those animated mastery camos, and then you've got your animation going on with some pretty cool look to it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you how broken this is. Okay. P90, okay. Base blueprint. Looks fine, right? That's how the gun should look in the preview. X12 base blueprint. Okay, not even like a blueprint, just the base gun. This is how the preview is. It's missing everything. All the textures and color, I guess. And this happened recently too. This is not something old. This is not an old problem. It's a new one that just, I guess, no one knows about, I guess. I don't know. And unfortunately, that seems to be the case with all the X12 blueprints. Like even this one, I presume. Let's see. Oh, God, I love the fucking... Yep. Completely busted the preview for it. But whatever, I guess. Who cares? Yeah, it was fun. And the Major 4 was a good times. Jay, what's up? The blueprint's good. The blueprint's good. It's just the preview that's busted so far. It's just the preview. Just the preview. For all X12 nonsense. Okay, so 2 things I want to talk about before we wrap it up. One is the CDL Pick'ems. So those of you who don't know, if you go to the CDL website, every major they have, even the preliminary rounds, okay, they do this thing called Pick'em, where you pick the team that you think is going to win and all for each match, and you give the score, is it 3-2 or 3-1 and stuff like that, and you pick it through the throughout the preliminary rounds, right? And just before the matches, before the day kicks off, you can do whatever editing you want to it and change around your decisions. But once the day kicks off, then it locks in your choices for that particular day of matches for the preliminary rounds. Once the major comes up, and you know where the initial standings are for all the teams based on the preliminary rounds, then the Pick'em makes you pick the entire major outcome. So from start to finish of the major, you need to pick who's gonna play and how much they're gonna win, and how they'll move forward, or like whether they'll get thrown into the losers bracket and then the final score and all. And there's no editing. Once the major kicks off, there's no editing to the major bracket. So you're locked into it, right? The full decision for the major. And based on like your decisions on who's won and how much they won by and all that, like the score and all, you get points, okay, for each major. And then at the end of the major, like your points are totaled up and you've got like a total points and you're rated by how well you picked them, right? Picked the winners. And you're put on the leaderboard. This major has been one of my better, like probably, this is like a personal best of mine. I scored really high for Major 4 with the Pick'ems. Ended up, by the end of the major, I was top 20 in the like global leaderboards. Unfortunately, the Pick'em global leaderboards isn't actually global. It's actually just regional. So they're not showcasing my score on the leaderboards, even though I'm top 20 in the world for Major 4, at least busted the top 20 rankings. But yeah, like unfortunately the leaderboard's only regional for Americans and they don't showcase the world players. And the top 10 actually get rewards. So there's actual cash prize involved with the top 10 Pick'em leaders for them each major. And quite a good prize pool too. You get like, if you're first place, you get like $1,000 and a scuff controller. And then following all the way up to the 10th place, there's various cash prizes, but everyone gets a scuff controller, right, for the top 10. So yeah, I wasn't in the top 10, so I wasn't in prize contention, so no big deal. But you know, still, I would have liked a little representation of my skills then with this major. It was definitely a top tier Pick'em for me. I was proud of myself with what I did. Actually, up till yesterday, I was first place. My Pick'em scores was actually first place on the global leaderboard. I was above everyone else. But the finals day, like you can get a lot, like there's double points for the final selections. And because you can't change your selections at the end, you know, for the majors. So once it's locked in, right? So whoever gets the final score, they can get a real big leg up in the like leaderboard. So that's why I got knocked out. The people that picked the right finals day thing ahead of time, those guys were the ones that jumped ahead of me. But up till yesterday, I was like first place on the what should have been on the global leaderboards. But like I said, because I play from I'm in India, like they don't show me on the leaderboards for whatever reason. And the whole time during the thing, I was like, man, this sucks that I'm not even represented on the leaderboards, right? I don't really care about the cash prize. That doesn't. I would definitely like a scuff controller. That would have been awesome. That's more like a trophy, and I was like, damn, that's a cool trophy. And I think it's like a CDL scuff controller. But yeah, I didn't even get top 10, so I wouldn't have got any of that anyway. But it got me thinking, like, why are they like limiting themselves to only regional rewards, right? Okay, now. Obviously, for the scuff controller, the more obvious answer is like it's probably not possible to ship the controller abroad. And then with the cash prize, there's probably also like, you know, gambling issues with certain countries and also that would not be allowed. And it would become very difficult to transfer money to abroad to someone, especially when like there might be legal like loopholes that might not allow that, right? But it got me thinking, I'm like, man, this would be so much better if the global leaderboard was actually global, first of all. So one, I think there should be two leaderboards, okay? A global leaderboard and a regional leaderboard. And with the global leaderboard, not only can you represent everyone in the world on the ranking system, but you can actually even showcase their flag, their country of like, their country flag, right? So it's kind of like a legitimate global leaderboard. And then the regional one can be the US one, and you know the top 10 of the US one can all get their scuff controllers and stuff from the regional leaderboard, right? But what they can do with a global leaderboard to make it more interesting, in my opinion, this would be the like better way of like encouraging more people around the world to participate in your pick'em and participate with the CDL, like games and all, and watching it and have an invested interest in it. Is instead of giving the cash prize to like just the regional stuff, remove the cash prize from the regional like leaderboard. So maybe the top 10 of the regional are guaranteed the scuff controllers, right? But invest the regional cash pool prize towards the global leaderboard. Now, instead of giving cash, because that would obviously not function on a global level, instead give COD points, okay? So what they could do on a global leaderboard, because this Pick'em system is actually connected to your Activision account. You have to sign into your Activision account to do your Pick'em selection. So like the CDL website, it's directly linked to your Activision account, right? So it doesn't matter where you are or which region you are. What you could be doing is, okay, I don't want to like go into like I don't want to go into the store to find out what the cash values are. But what you could do is something like maybe first place for the global leaderboard gets $100 worth of COD points, right? And then it trickles down. So maybe second place gets 75, third place gets 50, and then fourth place gets like 25. And then fifth, like honestly, with the amount of like prize pool cash that you get from the regional thing, you could probably actually have like COD points worth of prize pool for almost like the full 200 leaderboard on the global level. Like it just maybe like 100, from 100 to 200, you're only getting like $10 or $5 worth of COD points. And then maybe from 50 to 100, you're getting $10. And then maybe from like 25 to 50, you're getting $25. And then from 10, like something like that, right? And by winning, you automatically just, the COD points goes into your Activision account because it's linked. So it doesn't matter which region you are, you'll still have your Activision account to get that linked COD points, right? So suddenly you've got this invested interest in participating in the CDL and doing well in the Pick'ems and hopefully like placing well on your Pick'ems selection so you can get some COD points behind it. The other thing that they could do to sweeten the deal for like the global leaderboards is just give bundles too. And it could be as simple as something like part of like the top tier, like top 10 placements, right? Get a CDL bundle, like one of the CDL skin bundles of your choice. So like you win your Pick'ems, they'll send you an email saying you won, just verify that you're you and which bundle do you want, right? And you can pick which team you like and you'll get one of these bundles, right? You're guaranteed a bundle of your choice. And by sending the email, you can verify the player is real and stuff like that, right? And so then that adds even more value to like the thing. So not only are you getting COD points, but you're also getting a CDL bundle. Then to sweeten the deal even more, maybe first to third place gets the new CDL bundle. I think they've got like the mid-season bundle or whatever, like the actual like base bundle for the CDL. Where is that? Okay, I don't see that on the list, but there is basically a CDL bundle. Okay, like where like they've got like that buff tag guy and all. So you can basically give stuff from the COD store as prizes to the global leaderboards based on their placement. And like I said, instead of, and a lot of the regional leaderboard players are going to be in that global leaderboard. So by taking out the cash prize from the regional one, they'll still get cash value of winnings because they'll also be participating in the global leaderboards. But then you can still maintain the 10 winners from the regional to give them that scuff controllers. So that's my idea behind the thing. And, I don't really care. Like, that I didn't get anything. I'm happy I got my 20th placement. I'm glad with my placement. Usually when I do my pick'ems, I just go with like a very heavy portion is what I want to see, who I want to see in the finals. And like, it's more my heart is saying these are the people I want in the finals. And then partially is like, like tactical, like, oh, these guys aren't playing so well, so maybe they won't progress and all. A very large portion of my pick'ems are like a little thing. But just because I was doing so well when my pick'em scored this major, like I said, I was first place in the global leaderboards technically until just yesterday, right? I was hooked to every game. I was up all night long watching every game because I had that invested interest in my like pick'ems doing well, even though I had no interest in the prize pool. Okay, like honestly, I for like 1 second thought, I'm like, man, I have a U.S. address. I do have a U.S. address. Family lives there, and I have social security and driver's license from when I used to live there. So I could technically change my address to my U.S. Address and technically be a residential thing, to get my pick'em like prize should I win it. But then on the other side of me is like, man, no, I don't want to do that. I don't care that much, honestly, about the prizes. I don't want to cheat the system. And I would far rather be rewarded with them knowing I'm from India and I'm supporting the CDL that way and all, like that I'm an invested, interested party for the CDL. And like, I have won. I made my good selection with the pick'ems, I would rather have some prize that rewards me without cheating the system, right? So like I didn't even bother, honestly, like changing my dress and all, and I wouldn't have. Even if I had come first place, I would have just been like, man, I kind of wanted that scuff controller. That's all. But yeah, that's just my idea on potentially making the pick'em system a little more accessible and enticing for the global audience. And I'm telling you, just the invested interest in having the pick'ems doing well had me hooked to watching the entire CDL for far later than I normally would. Normally what I would do is I'd watch till I'm tired, then go to sleep, and then just watch the VOD for the CDL the following day. But because my pick'ems was doing so well, I was like, man, I want to watch, like I want to see like whether my score will go up, whether I'll stay first and all that. Yeah. It definitely rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, like seeing the title of the leaderboard saying global leaderboard, and it was clearly just a regional leaderboard for the US. I get the fact that it looks better for the leaderboard, first place leaderboard players to be winning prizes, right? And because all the prizes are locked to only the US regional players. So that's why the global leaderboard's only regional technically. But it would be so much cooler to actually have a global leaderboard. Whether there is or isn't prizes associated to it, it'll still be much cooler to see the global leaderboard with the people represented by their flag of region. Then you see like this variety of players still interacting with the CDL. And I'm sure a large portion will be Americans, right, in the leaderboards. But slowly, once people realize, especially if there are actual COD points to be earned, right, it'll slowly grow to a global interest, even in the pick'em selection. Definitely, at the moment, they've already made small things like to try to entice people to do the pick'ems. Like if you get enough pick'em correct answers, you could potentially earn a calling card and small items like that, right? But yeah, the leaderboards should be global, man. I really do think that would be such a cool thing. And, if it is feasible to even give the pick'em, like global pick'em people, their like physical prize, like a controller, that would be even more awesome. Like I'm not saying don't do that if it is possible to give the controller. I know the cash probably would not be. And that's why I'm saying maybe consider going the COD points route, where you're just rewarding them with in-game currency so they can go spend stuff in like the COD store. And considering the direct connection between the COD League and Activision, right? I would think this would be a very easy thing to like organize and sort out for the Pick'em's leaderboards. Because like I said, you have to sign into your Activision account to even access the like COD League Pick'em selection. So it is 100% directly connected. So So yeah, that was my Pick'em's idea on taking it to a global level. I really wanted that scuff controller, man. I like collecting controllers, and like I said, for me, the controller would have been more of like a trophy of like acknowledgement that I did so well. But in the end, I didn't even. I was top 20, unfortunately, and not in prize contention. But first place for a very long time, man. My finals day pick'ems was 100% my heart and not my mind. Like, I literally had... All right, let's move on. Spoilers now for the major. We'll talk about it a little bit. So my pick'ems was actually Optic and Vegas, dude. I had fucking Legion in the finals, man. I wanted them so badly to do well, man. Unfortunately, Legion was probably the biggest disappointment this major. They did really well online and then just absolutely got destroyed on LAN. Just destroyed. To the point where, like, I actually think they were all sound EQing online. And I think this is the biggest issue with the online matches. The sound EQ is just, it's gotta stop, man. It's pathetic if you're doing that. It is fucking pathetic. I don't care how bad your team is and how desperate you are for your online points to get into the championship. Don't use the sound EQ. It's just not a good thing, man. And unfortunately, I don't know for a fact, but I presume that's why Legion did so poorly. I think they're just sound EQ merchants. That's what I said. Like, after they lost their first game, I typed it in the chat. I'm like, man, Vegas might just be sound EQ merchants. And I had a tear-faced emoji because I was so sad. Because I had them going to the fucking finals, man. I had Optics in winners bracket finals. I had Legion in winners bracket until they played Optic, went to losers bracket, and then the losers bracket to finals. That's why my major finals day was absolutely a mess, because Legion got knocked out top 12. They were like out immediately, dude. They lost both their games and were like done. But that's, the fun of it. I think the nice thing about pick'ems, when you've not got like such a huge prize pool, like $1,000 investment, like, oh my god. Like, during the preliminary rounds, my score was pretty high. I wasn't top 1 or anything, but I had a really high score. So I was in I probably was in prize pool contention by the end of the preliminary rounds. And then after the first set of the majors, I was top 1. And then, like I said, after that, it just kind of I couldn't score anything beyond that, because I went too hard on my heart with the majors. The other thing I'll tell you about my pick'em selection, okay, is I don't wait till the last minute to get all the insider information and all. No, I do my pick'ems the minute the pick'em selection comes out. I'll pick my selection. I'll immediately give my picks, even for the major. As soon as you're allowed to make your picks for the major, I do it and then lock it in. During the preliminary rounds, I do edit my picks because that's allowed. So if I see one team's playing poorly, then I'll change my picks for the following days. But during the major, I'll lock it in immediately, which I think also should. I think if the sooner you lock in your prediction, should actually reward you with higher points if you're correct. The later you lock in your prediction should actually give you there should be a bonus selection for picking it in the early portion of the pick'em selection, and base value points. Once you get a little closer to the actual games, if you're locking in your selection only that closer to the games, so you have all the information available to you, how the teams are performing all the way up to the very end, then you shouldn't get that bonus selection. I think the earlier you make your selection, you should get a little bonus for that, once you lock it in. Which I do all the time. I just always pick immediately. As soon as it opens up, I pick my selection and lock it in. And then it'll be a few days before the major start, and you'll hear all this drama go down, and all my pick'ems have gone to hell because everyone's doing some drama that's going to mess up the major. So usually my pick'ems are awful, but yeah, occasionally I'll have a rare moment of brilliance like this major. Yeah, and then the finals day was actually brilliant. So even though my pick'ems were messed, the finals day was brilliant. It was Optic, New York Subliners, FaZe, and Thieves. Honestly, these are like the four big dogs for this major, man. Like you couldn't have asked for better finalists. I'll be honest, man. I had Optic winning it like destroying, and I'm a little disappointed they lost. Like I was gonna like in the back of my head, man. Like even in the beginning of the major, the way Optic and every team has been so scared of Optic. I was gonna say like, damn, dude, if Optic doesn't win this major, they need to start fucking uninstalling. Man, go play X12 or something. I don't care how good you are at this game. You have choked every fucking opportunity you have for the last few years, dude. In COD, at least. That being said, though, they absolutely destroyed FaZe. Okay, the winners. Okay, so the winners bracket was Optic Texas. Optic Texas versus LA Thieves. And the minute you saw Thieves play, you could tell, man, these guys were comfortable with what they were doing and they were ready for Optic, dude. And they absolutely stomped Optic, man, in my opinion. A few close moments, but basically had their number. And with an icy cool, calmness. So then the losers game was New York Subliners versus FaZe. FaZe beat Subliners. I was hoping Subliners might have been FaZe, but I don't mind. Like I didn't have an invested interest in that match particularly. I didn't mind either one winning. And in that game, there was there's some brilliant plays, man. Especially Abizi's, he was 1v4'd. He 1v4'd New York in a S&D game where his team was completely dead and there's 4 enemy players and he killed all 4 and then defused. And that was absolutely brilliant, dude. Those are very rare moments in COD, pro level. You don't see that happen. And it was absolutely brilliant to watch. But then losers finals against Optic, because Optic lost to Thieves, so they went to the losers bracket finals against FaZe, who won against New York. Both, again, New York and FaZe won the losers bracket, finals, right? Semifinals or whatever. And then Optic just stomped FaZe. They did. Unfortunately, FaZe didn't stand a chance. 3-0'd FaZe. Apparently, FaZe hasn't been 3-0'd in a long time. Or ever, maybe even. So it was an impressive stomping on Optic's part against FaZe. And it got me a little hopeful. I'm like, okay, man, maybe Optic will bring the A game now back to Thieves, right? And then, finals, championship game, Thieves versus Optic is a good one. It's a good one as far as the build-up goes. But I can tell, I could tell immediately, Thieves, like I said, had this cool, icy cold, cool attitude towards the major finals. Whereas you could see on Optic, all the Optic players, there's tension and pressure. They needed to prove that they were the best, right? And that pressure was in their face and around them. They didn't have that we are the champs, no worries, dude. We've won a championship, right? Because Thieves won the Vanguard Championship, so they had that on their bag, they're like, dude, we are already champs, dude, that team. So they had that icy cool, calmness to them. And it showed in the game, in the games, the Thieves were playing very, calculated and smart and, just professional level of COD. And Optic was fighting back and doing well and giving them a run for their money. But you could see that the pressure was on their shoulders to prove themselves that they are the best. And unfortunately, Thieves beat them. Thieves beat them. But because of how like solid and like, dude, there was an icy cold, like, I'm telling you, they just knew they were the championship material Thieves, right? So they didn't have any like pressure. It felt like they just knew they were good, and they played like that, right? I can't blame Optic for losing against them, dude. Thieves are good, man. Thieves proved that yet again, that they're a brilliant team, dude. They keep doing it, again and again, that they are just brilliant. I'll tell you another thing that this is just my thoughts, okay? And Optic decided to stop scrimming FaZe because they didn't want FaZe to learn their hardpoint things, and like because FaZe has not been particularly good at hardpoint, they stopped scrimming them because they felt like they were not getting equal benefits. Like they felt like FaZe was benefiting more than Optic would have, right? So they stopped scrimming them, like practicing with them. I can tell you for certainty they've been practicing with Thieves. And Thieves had their number because I think they were well practiced with Optic. I think, now, arguably the two things that you could say about it is like maybe Optic shouldn't scrim Thieves either, right? So they don't have that. Or you could have scrimmed FaZe and had a more well-rounded understanding of how like pro teams are playing. Yeah, like, dude, yeah, FaZe has got bad hardpoints, but they're a good team. And there is value to like scrimming FaZe instead of just scrimming like the best of the best. And once the best of the best gets your number, dude, they've got your number, dude. And Thieves kind of like figured out Optic's hardpoint pretty well. And I would wager it has a lot to do with the fact that Optic might have been scrimming Thieves more than they should have, when they could have been like scrimming FaZe and others and just getting a more well-rounded experience of scrim action, practice action before the majors. So yeah, just the thoughts behind that potential decision of not scrimming FaZe. I mean, it worked out when they were playing against FaZe because they absolutely stomped FaZe, right? But it might have been beneficial to like allocate a little time to scrimming other teams instead of just the top tier ones like Thieves. I mean, I'm almost positive LA Thieves probably had a good feel for Optic's game because of the scrims that they've been doing together, is my guess. And you can't not scrim the good teams because you need the practice. But maybe also consider scrimming the bad teams that you think are bad and all, because it'll give you a different perspective of other players and kind of not necessarily allow the other teams to get a deep understanding for you, because you're splitting out your time with other teams and learning from everyone, right? So I think, I don't know. It's a professional thing that they'll have to decide who they scrim. But I think it might have been beneficial to split the scrim time with less Thieves and a little bit of FaZe, just to get that well-rounded experience. Yeah, but yeah, still, it was good. It was good, and I had Optic to win it, and unfortunately, they did not win it again. Dude, come on, Optic, you better fucking win something this year, otherwise it's going to be really disappointing, especially with how good the team is. So yeah, that's the major. Congratulations. What's it called? Thieves, Los Angeles Thieves. Yeah, congrats, like Octane, Draza, Envoy, and Kenny. And that's the Thieves team. Same team from Vanguard. I am a fan of the Thieves. I am a fan of them also, especially after their performance in Vanguard. Like I said, I don't have major allegiances to anyone, so it's always just about the teams that are doing well and gonna show the best, give me the best experience as a viewer that I like to watch. I mean, big disappointment with let's go Legion. Yeah, that was bad. I should not have like put my heart into them. Like, it's like hope. And partially, I mentioned it even before the major. I'm like, man, I'm a little worried these guys might be like sound EQing, and that's the problem with this online phase, man. You know, this is another thing I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay, Clayster from like, he's like kind of the head, like he's the old veteran who's playing for this Vegas Legion, Las Vegas Legion. He was complaining last major about Rocker's online thing, you know? He's like, oh, it's so unfair that they did the online thing because they won those online matches against the teams and they threw it and all. Man, that online match, I guarantee you, they were not allowed to use the sound EQ. They wouldn't have dared, any of them wouldn't have dared using the sound EQ. Whereas online, I'm betting a lot of them are like including, like I said, the Vegas teams are using the sound EQ cheese. Maybe that little bit of like LAN practice without the sound EQ gave them the little boost that they needed to go at where they went. Where they went with the majors, and that's why they got the points they did from getting, top 6th or whatever, top 6th to 8th or whatever. Got like a little 20-point boost in the major. Yeah, it's looking bad for Vegas Legion. It doesn't look like they're going to make the championship games, which sadly is actually being hosted in Vegas. So Vegas is going to be hosting the championship games, and it looks like they won't be participating in it. But what to do? Again, I don't know if they were using sound EQ. This is what my suspicions are, because they got duties on really hard on LAN, and I'm like, man, that's not just some onliner thing. That there might have been some cheesiness beyond that. That's why. Again, I don't know for certain. And I'll tell you one thing. Even if some of the Legion users are using sound EQ online, so is a lot of people. A lot of the other teams are using it online. So it's very possible Rocker is using it when they were playing online also. It's very possible a lot of the players are using it while they're playing online this year. And it is not great. The final thing I want to talk about, and this I mentioned during the stream portion of the thing, is, man, please, I'm begging someone in Infinity Ward, fix the fucking, snaking problem with this game, dude. I'm not joking, dude. It is the most, hideous thing when you're watching the, CDL, matches, and you see these silhouettes snaking, and you see the, movement. There's nothing that says when you see someone snaking and that silhouette going, there's nothing about it that's like, oh, that's a very skilled movement. Oh, this guy's very skilled. No, it's just like, my God, why are you this pathetic of a person that you need to do this in a game? And you're a pro player, why are you this pathetic? And unfortunately, it's because snaking is so OP and the developers aren't fixing it, even though they make this game as if oh, we want to make it so it's fair and this, that, and all. No, if you actually cared about this game, you would have fixed snaking by now. You wouldn't have let it go on for this long in this game, this busted. It is so cheesy seeing people do this, dude. It is so bad. It looks so bad as a viewer, seeing those silhouettes snaking, or seeing these gunfights where people are snaking just for 15 seconds, 20 seconds straight, because they're just trying to waste time and doing the snake off kind of bullshit, dude. It is so bad. Like I said, even if the snaking just had the full animation, you're forced to lie down and then get up, right? So you fully lie down and then you fully get up, right? Then I wouldn't mind it. It's this half movement, where they're going almost lying down and then sprinting up, almost, and they do that. That's how they're snaking, right? And it looks so janky, okay? Like a lot of these pros are like, oh, if we like GA snaking, how would you know if like if someone snakes, to lies down to reload and then gets up, you'll think you got snaked and all, and then it'll like snowball, right? It's very easy to tell when someone is snaking in this game because you're not fully lying down. If someone fully lies down, reloads, gets up, or even if he does it just to duck behind cover and then gets up, it is very clear in the the codcaster, that the guy did not snake that moment because he's fully lied down and then he's gotten back up. So it would be very easy to GA snaking also on the pro level. And, it would, like, if someone has issues like, oh, did this guy snake? It would be very easy for, like, the judges of the matches to look back at the VOD and be like, no, you can see the silhouette of the guy's lied down fully, and then he's gotten back up. Even if they did allow snaking, as long as you're not doing that half-baked thing, I wouldn't mind it as much. Because at least then you're forced to lie down and then fully get up, right? It's this half-baked movement that just looks so janky and bad, dude. It just looks so bad, dude. It is the most off-putting thing, and I genuinely despise the people. I'm like, man, these guys are pathetic for doing this as long as they are in the game. And unfortunately, it's not necessarily their fault. They look pathetic for doing it, but it's not their fault for doing it because there's a lot of money involved, unfortunately. The real blame goes to the developers not doing something about it sooner and allowing it to fester this long. Honestly, I would love it if they fix the snaking issue and then suddenly, come Major 5 or even the championship games, all these players can't snake anymore because they're on that update. And it sucks for them that you've been practicing that crap all year long. Now play the game proper. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. A little rant and advice and summary of Major 4. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. Top 20 pick'ems. I wasn't in prize contention, but I'm proud of my pick'ems. It's a personal best for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already, and I'll catch you later. Bye. God, the connections in this game is so bad right now. I'm genuinely not playing Modern Warfare for the next God knows how long until they fix this. It's just not worth it.